Hello everyone and welcome to a Night Elf versus Night Elf mirror match here on Echo Isle. It is going to be Porno Sonic, or Sonic, how he's now currently being referred to, versus ZoZ here on Echo Isle. It is going to be blue versus pink, Night Elf versus Night Elf, and we'll see what strategies really come out here. Now, one of the reasons why I like WarCraft 3 mirror matches a little bit more than StarCraft 2 is once a player goes down a particular tech path or a hero path in WarCraft 3, there's no going back. So there's really no real best strategy to open up with. A lot of mirror matches early on in WarCraft 3, in StarCraft 2, are truly that, mirror matches, both players having a very similar build for the first 7 minutes of the game, while in WarCraft 3, deciding to choose a Demon Hunter or a Keeper of the Grove or Priestess of the Moon as your first hero really sets you down a particular path. And that's also very different. Also, since it is Night Elf versus Night Elf, Tavern Heroes also really come into play, as well as Tavern Heroes are just almost seem to be made for the Night Elf class. We can see that Sonic has gone for the Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, we have the Priestess of the Moon coming in for ZoZ. So ZoZ going for Priestess of the Moon. He hasn't built his Ancient of War yet, so this is going to definitely be a Huntress battle here. So most likely what you're going to see is either Searing Arrow or True Shot Aura coming in from the Priestess of the Moon, and at least level 2 True Shot Aura once you get to level 3. And what that allows ZoZ to do is just deal a lot of damage very early on. Ancient of War being built, Hunter's Hall being built in the very far back there. And it is going to be Mass Huntresses versus the Archers and Demon Hunter of Sonic. Now, you may wonder who has the advantage in this particular situation. Archers deal piercing damage, which is effective against Huntresses. Huntresses deal normal damage, which is effective against the medium armor of the Archer. So both sides really dealing a lot of damage to each other, and it looks like the mercenary camp is going to be picked up, and ZoZ picking up the Forest Troll Shadow Priest and now trying to run him away. Nicely done, as now you can see that the Demon Hunter is attempting to chase down this one Troll Shadow Priest. However, getting in some nice padding there, and wow, ZoZ is really showing some good play, as now the Priestess of the Moon is going to try to go after and get this kill on this Ancient of War. If the Ancient of War does get taken down, that is going to be a very hard hit. Now perhaps going to get some damage onto some of those wisps. Instead, no Searing Arrow though. Instead, True Shot Aura as the first ability, and a Moonwell being built. Ancient of War did eat some trees, so the tree is going to be able to regenerate some hit points here as the Troll Shadow Priest. Oh no, it is going to be Ancient of Wars. Proxy Ancient of Wars being built by Sonic, and Proxy Ancient of Wars essentially start attacking other buildings as well. You can see that this Ancient of War has rooted itself. The one Priestess of the Moon is now in the back over here, gonna try to get some easy damage onto some of those wisps. They are gonna play just hopscotch in and out of this entangled gold mine. It does take a lot of micro to handle. Meanwhile, back over here, you can see that the Demon Hunter trying to take down a Moonwell, as this Ancient of War whacking away at this Moonwell. The one Wisp now going to perhaps try to pull away, perhaps do a little bit of repairing. It should definitely try to repair that Moonwell. There it goes, repairing that Moonwell. Meanwhile, you can see that the Priestess of the Moon getting some damage onto this Tree of Life. Not quite sure what that is about. He's not really going to be able to take it down, as the Ancient of War, Huntress is now coming to come out and perhaps be able to push in a little bit of damage as well. You can see that the one Demon Hunter is hiding off back over here. There's not that many Moonwells. This is going to be a bit of an issue, as you can see now the Wisp are currently trying to repair that Moonwell here, as now the Huntresses are now coming in to get damage across the board and now take down even more Wisps. This is looking very strange, strange fight so far. You can see that the Moonwell is healing up the Wisp, as well as the Demon Hunter is taking in a lot of damage, and now continuing this once more. Where is this Wisp gonna go? Yes, able to come back over here and continue to repair. Meanwhile, the Huntresses are trying to fight it out. This one Huntress may get taken down, yes, by the Tree of Life, so no real experience given, but this is not looking good for ZoZ. ZoZ has a lot to deal with right now, a lot of piercing damage, and at 15 hit points, able to barely run away, and now going after these these other units. There are 3 very low hit point archers and troll berserkers as well, able to heal up over here at this Moonwell. So this is looking very good for Sonik for ZoZ right now, as another troll berserker does get taken down. You can see Dust of Appearance would be very helpful right now, as all of those units are currently just hidden a lot. Where's that Demon Hunter? The Demon Hunter is now coming back from down over here, gonna run up into the main base and now try to put some pressure here, as we now see the Moonwell and taking a little bit of bounce damage as well. Huntress is now gonna come in, or the Demon Hunter now gonna come in, and looks like the Huntress down to 21 hit points, and now Sonik going to perhaps lose a couple more of these, more mana burn coming in as well. So it is going to be a battle only against the Demon Hunter, as the archers are now trying to run away. We should perhaps start to get Searing Arrow, yes, and Searing Arrow finally in play. That Searing Arrow does deal a lot of extra damage as well, so that is going to be even more damage against all of those archers, as now the level 2 Priestess of the Moon dealing so much damage. Another mana burn coming in on ZoZ. Huntress able to get some moon juice from that Moonwell, and I believe Sonik is going to lose his very low hit point Demon Hunter. Down it goes at level 1. So level 1 Demon Hunter has been taken down and is going to be resurrected. You can now see that Priestess of the Moon trying to take down this Hunter's Hall, as Sonik is not going to be able to get Huntresses of his own, as the Demon Hunter trying to lead this army and get back into this game. Low hit point Moonwell will get taken down. Huntresses just getting in a lot of damage really easy. There are 5 archers over here, still has this one Ancient of War knocking on the front door. Huntresses have to be very careful, though, because those archers can focus down. They do have superior range, as the Demon Hunter is going to quickly come back in just a moment. It looks like this one Moonwell down to 85 hit points may get destroyed in just a moment, as the Huntresses are now trying to pull away, and now the Demon Hunter has come back in. No real damage from that mana burn. And now the Demon Hunter going to be coming in and doing in a little bit of a push. These 2 Moonwells will most likely get destroyed. Are they going to get canceled is the key question, as damage is being dealt across the board, and down goes another archer. So both sides really focusing and getting in a lot of damage on each other early on. Normally you do not see a lot of damage early on in a WarCraft 3 match. Both players are normally able to save up and minimize the damage from each side. You can see that the Moonwell now going to restore this one Priestess of the Moon, who's sitting at level 2, getting close to level 3. Meanwhile, this Ancient of War has come in along the backside, and the Ancient of War battling it out with the Tree of Life. Down finally goes that Moonwell there, so 36 over 40 food, as another archer now getting destroyed. It looks like, additional units were picked up from Sonik. The Troll Shadow Priest, a Troll Berserker, and now that is going to be able to tank in a lot more damage, as well as Sonik getting those reinforcements in a hurry. Demon Hunter now coming in from the back. Priestess of the Moon does sit at level 3, level 2 True Shot Aura, additional damage for all of those Huntresses, and all of that bounce attack there. Slow was cast, another Moonwell being built, and ZoZ is playing with a very aggressive early Priestess of the Moon strategy. Looks like it really may work out. Priestess of the Moon getting in a lot of damage with that Searing Arrow. The mana burn not effective at all, as the Huntresses are trying to take down those archers, but too much focus fire, and now ZoZ in a bit of trouble. ZoZ's army is much smaller, down to 24 over 50 compared to 32 over 40, and the Priestess of the Moon now needs to run away. You can see that all of these Moonwells will get destroyed. Most likely this Moonwell didn't get canceled in time, trying to repair once more, but not really worth repairing. That one Priestess of the Moon down to 230 hit points, now trying to get more Searing Arrow shots. It looks like the Troll Shadow Priest will get taken down. Yes, it does get taken down, and now still level 3 on that Priestess. Another Huntress. Does he get the final shot off? Yes, he does, or she does. Excuse me to all the female Night Elf archers out there. Is now the Demon Hunter going to perhaps try to clean up this now? Both sides have taken a lot of damage early on, but Sonik able to somehow defend against all of those Huntresses, now in a very good situation. Perhaps a level 1 weapons upgrade from the Hunter's Hall would be effective. Still sitting at Tree of Life right now. Sonik is now upgrading to Tree of Ages, and now I think Sonik has a definite advantage over his opponent. level 3 on the Demon Hunter. That round of mercenaries was exactly what the doctor ordered in order to keep, or in order to stay in this game. There are still some creep camps over here, so the Demon Hunter may get to level 4, but the Huntresses and Priestess of the Moon are going to come back for even more damage. Will it be enough? Will he be able to actually start pushing once again? Demon Hunter sitting at level 3 right now. It looks like the Demon Hunter has a much larger army, but in come the Huntresses, and the Huntresses do have that additional bounce from that Glaive Worm, or that glaive attack, and able to get get a lot more damage. It's not a Mutalisk, it's just a glaive blade, I believe it's called. As now in comes the Priestess of the Moon, gonna start focusing down some of those archers, picking up the Manual of Health. No, just gonna simply run by it. Now finally picking up for that additional 50 hit points there, as you now see the Huntresses are deciding to back off. Still not sure who has the advantage. Demon Hunter getting awfully close to level 4, but the Demon Hunter cannot really fight well against those Huntresses. Perhaps getting level 2 evasion would help out. More mercenary camps or mercenary units have been hired. You can now see a lightning shield picked up by Sonik from this one Renegade Wizard, but Archer is just more than going to be able to pull back against that there. And now an Ogre Mauler and Demon Hunter with a Ring of Regeneration. That is going to be a very nice item, making him a much better tank. And also getting 100-point mana burn off onto the Priestess of the Moon. That was important to just really minimize the damage. Level 4 on that Priestess of the Moon now. But that Searing Arrow no longer going to be able to do that additional plus 20 damage. And now getting another mana burn and taking down a free Huntress as well. You can see that the Huntresses are trying to come back in. Demon Hunter going after the Priestess. It looks like another Huntress will get taken down. And this is just not looking good at all. The Demon Hunter trying to get in front. Will it be able to finish off this Huntress down to 5 hit points? And trying to do a little bit of pathing there, as that Demon Hunter getting very, very close. No, it decides to get off another free mana burn instead for 15 points of damage. Now you can see that I believe the Priestess of the Moon did buy a Scroll of Healing and Scroll of Protection. Very nice items. And we'll see what exactly the Demon Hunter is going to do off over here. It is going to continue to creep, getting very close to level 5. We are now at Tree of Ages, but no second hero as of yet. I believe a Pandaren Brewmaster would be very helpful, getting in that early Breath of Fire onto those Huntresses that do normally clump together, and then allowing the archers to really focus fire the rest of the way. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4. Oh, a Sentry Ward's being picked up. Very nice item, as ZoZ, if he tries the Shadow Meld, is not going to be able to work. And oh, getting a Naga Sea Witch, an even better item, or a better hero, but there is no speed boots here. So without the speed boots, it may not be that effective. We'll see what's going to happen. Scroll of Protection, and now we also see a Sentry Ward in play. We are not going to be able to get off any true healing, or sorry, a Shadow Melds, as the Sentry Ward does reveal them all. And now the Priestess of the Moon trying to chase after all of those archers. The Scroll of Protection plus 2 armor not really coming into effect at all, as the Huntresses are not engaging in this fight. Naga Sea Witch now going to push back in off over here. It looks like one archer does a Shadow Meld just in time. Now going to focus down more Huntresses once again. And now that Cold Arrow just able to slow down all of those units. And now going after another Huntress. This Huntress now going to perhaps, will it be able to escape? Down to 60 hit points. And it looks like it will be able to escape once again. The Troll Berserker now going after this Huntress over here, down to 7 hit points. Demon Hunter more than enough to finish it off with that final Glaive Worm in the back. And Sonik doing a great job right now, and now going into dots. Druids of the Talon. So Druids of the Talon, in order to, I guess, start cycloning Huntresses and those Priestess of the Moons. Level 4 Priestess of the Moon, and now Demon Hunter is straight in this battle. Did drop a Sentry Ward here. Mana burn once again onto the Priestess of the Moon, not really being able to use any of the Searing Arrow attacks unless she does drink some of that mana moon juice there, as now the Huntress is getting in front of this Ogre Mauler and preventing him from being able to run away. You can see that great pathing there. The Huntress of the Moon able to stop it, and now a much more micro battle coming in. This one poor Huntress now taking a lot of damage. Archer does get taken down here. Both sides engaging. Level 2 on the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch now has the Ring of Regeneration. 4 Arc Lightning coming in, getting off more damage once again. And now the Priestess of the Moon being forced to run away. What's going to happen here? Does he have Fairy Fire? Yes. Actually, I thought I saw Fairy Fire for a second. Does not have it right now. And the Sonic really needs to pull back with this Ogre Mauler. It is low on hit points. Now this Ogre Mauler looks like it's just going to be free experience for ZoZ right now. A little bit of an overextension by Sonic, but Sonic still in a very dominant situation at this stage in the game. The Druids of the Talon will be able to cast Fairy Fire. I believe it's Fairy Fire, or what is the starting ability of the Druid of the Talon? I only know Fairy Fire and Cyclone. I guess you guys will be able to let me know. Yeah, Fairy Fire is in play, so all of those Huntresses are not going to be able to hide. Additional armor lost, and this is not looking good for ZoZ at all. ZoZ trying to run away, but it looks like those slow arrows, no boot of speed on the Naga Sea Witch. Really a mistake there. In order, if you want to really be able to chase down units and make sure they are continually slowed. I'm kind of surprised that that has not yet happened, as now I believe Sonic is going to be able to continue this push. Priestess of the Moon trying to run by once again. The Priestess of the Moon does have that True Shot aura, but knows that the GG, not much he could really do. And Sonic able to fight his way back in this game, taking game 1 in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Here are the additional scores. And yeah, just really well played by Sonic in this matchup.